Well, beyond being so far so good for the Mariners, so far so perfect for the Mariners, 3-0, and what we're talking about specifically is the bigger questions on this team involve the rotation, involve some of the young guys going in, and we got an eyeful of one of those young guys, James Paxton, last night. Bob, looked exactly like he did last September.
He looked fantastic. I mean, he was dominant. He went up. I mean, think about the lineup he went up against. You could maybe explain away some of what happened last year if you wanted to be the cynic and say, well, it was September. He's facing call-ups, and it doesn't matter, no pressure, all that. I mean, he's on the road, the opening series of the season for the Seattle Mariners, going up against, Mike Trout and Albert Pujols and Josh Hamilton and Kendrick and Raul Ibanez for that. I mean, just look at that lineup up and down. That is a stacked lineup. Now, maybe they haven't hit their rhythm yet, but he went out there and dominated. He struck out Hamilton 3 times. He got 9 strikeouts on the night. His curveball was just ridiculous. And he pitched like a veteran. That was the thing.
That's the thing.
He was remarkably composed. Anytime there was a bit of trouble, he found a way to get out of it. His ability to keep them off balance is what impressed me. I mean, you're talking about seasoned, elite-level hitters, and he had Hamilton up there looking like he had no clue what was coming. He looked completely uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah, to the point where Hamilton was answering questions about it after the game. It's like, is this a repeat of last year? And, we had a chance to talk to him, and you can check out the podcast on our page, too. It's interesting in hearing, how he knows when he's going well. We talked about being in the groove, and we brought up a game that he had against Kansas City in particular last year. And unlike other guys, I assumed it's like, well, if I get my curve over, I am, and talked about his release point, you figure that wants to be in the same place. He had some interesting answers to those questions, where that's not necessarily the case for him. But frankly, I don't think he knows anything but being in the groove in the majors. He's 4-0 with an ERA under 1.5.
That's all he knows. Let's hope that's all he ever knows.